So let's go. You are looking live at Marion High School, the home of the quarterfinals of the boys CHSL Bishop Championship. My name is Chad Bush alongside Matt Derry. Glad you're with us. Matt, we've got St. Mary's who finished third in the Central Division, and they're third in our Prep Top 11 against Divine Child, a team that finished second in the AA.
Always exciting and fun when you get to see St. Mary's and some of the high-flying guys, Trey McKinney, of course, Kareem Rozier, and Javon Hanna, all going to be D1 athletes. But Gannon Blair is going to have something to say for Divine Child, a very talented senior forward, wearing number 22. And we'll see how this one goes today after a wild second game that, of course, saw the upset, Brother Rice falling to Catholic Central.
And we'll see Gannon's sister later on for Divine Child as she will play in the game. That's Kennedy Blair for the girls' side. We'll take a timeout. We're coming back with St. Mary's and Divine Child right after this from Marion High School. Thanks for watching here on the Prep. We're back right after this.
The Student Advisory Council's role
is to convey the message of how high school sports are supposed to be played.
We are responsible for helping the MHSAA maintain a positive and healthy atmosphere
so the interscholastic athletes may thrive.
We believe athletes should be competitive,
sportsmanlike, and excel academically.
We believe students in the stands should have fun,
but not take the focus away from the game.
We believe coaches should act as teachers,
helping student athletes develop while still keeping high school sports in perspective.
We believe that parents should always be positive role models
and be supportive of their child's decision.
We believe officials commit their own time to high school sports.
And respect should always be shown and given to them.
The most important goal for student athletes is to enjoy high school sports
while keeping a high level of respect between all those involved in the games.
Enjoy the game!
Welcome back to Marion High School. Chad Bush and Matt Derry with you. Game 3 of our quarterfinals here from Marion High School in the boys' side of things. Matt, your thoughts on Divine Child and St. Mary's, and St. Mary's season thus far. Some picked them to win the Central Division. UAD wins it. St. Mary's finishes third, and the team we just saw, Brother Rice, finish second, who lost to the last place team. What do you make of St. Mary's? How good are they?
Well, St. Mary's is very good, and they're as talented a team as any in this league. And you look at some of the top flight talent that they have. We mentioned earlier Kareem Rozier and Trey McKinney, and of course Javon Hanna. They just spend some time late in games sometimes with making some foolish mistakes, and there's just some letdowns in some games, and that can happen. Now today, they are easily the better team, more athletic, bigger, stronger, and should have their way with Divine Child. But the Falcons, they play really, really hard, great effort team, and they execute on the offensive end in the half court. That's what they're going to have to do today.
No doubt. Divine Child led by Mac Horvath. The Falcons, who a co-ed school, second in the AA, tied for second. 10-6 is their overall record. 3-3. They're in Division I. They're one of the smallest Division I schools. They have good wins this year against Notre Dame Prep, Country Day, and Father Gabriel Richard, and good losses against Loyola, Ann Arbor Skyline, and Fordson. Let's meet the starters for Orchard Lake St. Mary's, as they will start with Kareem Rozier at the point guard spot. Jack Crichton at one of the guard spots for the Eaglets, shooting guard, who missed a couple of games now in a row. Javon Hanna at one of the forward spots, going to Western Michigan, Division I kid, along with Rozier, who's headed to Duquesne. Trey McKinney, one of the best freshmen in the state, who's got over a dozen offers, high major kid, just a freshman. And DC Temple is the center in the middle, committed to Central Michigan for football. We look forward to meeting the starters for Divine Child as well. Looks like they will start out with Nick Gurush at one of the forward spots, Lorenzo Viti at the other forward spot, Ben Spahn, a senior guard, Jackson Reynolds at a guard spot, and Gannon Blair, their best player, a guy that went for 33 and 18 earlier this year in a game against L'Anse Cruz. Kid that can really do it all, off the bounce or shoot it deep, and this kid is one that we're looking forward to watching along with the rest of Mac Horvath's club. Todd Covert, the head coach in his 7th year for St. Mary's. Len Karshnia, an assistant, along with Marcus Webster and Brad Crichton.
Well, we're going to see. Very, very interesting to see what the Falcons do. I think they're going to sit in the zone all game. They can't man up against St. Mary's. They just can't. So they're going to zone and hope for the best. A lot smaller team, as you can see.
Yep, 2-3 zone it is. We'll see if St. Mary's gets the best shot they can find here. You got to be patient sometimes against the zone. It'll test the patience. Sherrod Barnes starts. He's in the corner for 3 and misses long, and the rebound ripped down and rolled off by Viti. Back the other way down low, and we got a tie-up right away. Blair getting into a mix with Sherrod Barnes.
Barnes is as good an on-ball defender as you'll find in the state. And Sherrod Barnes can really defend, and that's the guy that's, right now at least, was on Blair on the last possession, but they're going to mix different guys on number 22, Gannon Blair, who's their best player.
Yep. Left wing 3, no good from Gannon. Rebound Trey McKinney on the push. Up to Javon Hanna, the future Western Michigan Bronco. Good ball movement around the perimeter against the 2-3. Javon settles for a triple, and that's ugly off the glass.
That's what we've talked about. They're so talented. I know there's a zone, but you're allowed to put the ball on the floor and try to beat the zone off the bounce. They're just passing around the perimeter and jacking up threes. That's not going to get it done.
Yep. St. Mary's man-to-man, pass down low, knocked away. They were looking down low for Nick Gurush. Bart Kapuska checks in. DC Temple checks out.
Todd Covert not happy with the Corian right now. Takes him right out of the game.
Yep.
Big Bart manning the middle.
Into the paint, shot up off the glass short. That's from Viti. Here comes St. Mary's. Game looking for its first points.
That's how you beat the zone. You beat it down the floor. Big Bart can't get it to go, though.
Blair with a rebound. Scoreless game. Handoff far side. This is Jackson Reynolds, the junior guard. Now to Blair.
It's pretty much 4 guards and Blair. And they
Blow
just drive
by.
it. Yep, they just drive it.
Ben Spahn showing that quick first step, but he couldn't make it. No points yet. We've played nearly 2 minutes. Kapuska from the corner for 3. The Polish pistol gives the Eaglets a 3-0 lead.
Another way to beat the zone. Don't let them set it up. Drive and kick. That's what the dreamer, Kareem Rozier, does the best. Speed it down the floor, drive and kick.
The answer triple no good. The save is solid and crafty by Gorsuch. And the senior saves a possession for the Falcons in the AA in the CHSL, finished second behind Loyola, a team we saw lose earlier.
Fine child, new principal this year, Tony Trudell, buddy of mine, former boss of mine at U of D High, terrific guy.
Oh, yeah?
So, yep, great leadership at Divine Child with Tony. They're in good hands with Mr. Trudell.
Athletic director is Garrett Simpson, and the pastor is Robert McCabe. There's a tie-up at the right elbow, and we've got a jump ball, and we have Eaglet basketball. They're +3 in this low-scoring defensive battle so far.
Well,
Both teams unsettled.
This is, Chad, what Divine Child wants.
Yeah.
They're going to have to junk it up. They're going to have to play zone. If they went man-to-man, it'd be impossible. They can't. They're just too small.
Yeah. They stay in that 2-3 zone. Kareem out to Sherrod. He takes a 3. Missed the shot. And St. Mary's is doing exactly what the Falcons want. Javon Hanna, though, has it ripped away by Blair. Shot long.
Yeah. Spahn had an open look, but it wasn't there. But they got to get back. And there's nobody in the white uniforms that can guard number 1 in red. And McKinney can get it going.
Trey for 3. Bottom of the barrel. 2 triples for St. Mary's.
I think you want to see that. You definitely want to see Trey hitting the long ball, but eventually I want to see a ball fake and him putting it on the floor.
Yeah.
He can blow by just about anybody on this team.
3 balls up and good. And just like that, the Falcons cut this thing in half. Jackson Reynolds.
Mac Horvath has to like that.
Sure. Horvath, former Cabrini Monarch.
I worked with Mac in radio many years ago.
Is that right?
Yes,
Okay.
I did. At WDFN.
Kareem kick out. Javon steps into an 18-footer. Kapuska with an offensive rebound. Back to Barnes for 3. Got it. Eaglets, 3 triples in the game. That's been all the scoring.
Man, oh man, great extra pass. Great to see Barnes knock that down. But again, I think eventually to put this Divine Child team away, they're going to have to use that dribble drive.
Oh, foul. Blair hits the deck hard with Kapuska. That's a cement wall in Kapuska. Andrew Smith will pop off that St. Mary's Pine, and he'll check into the ball game.
So far, so good. If your Divine Child is you want to stay in it, you know. You do want to use some clock. You don't want to let this thing get away. St. Mary's has home run hitters.
Another tie-up at the elbow. This time DC will keep it. Divine Child's girls will play later in the featured game tonight. Marion against Divine Child for the girls' title in the Bishop Division. We're looking forward to that one.
Busy day for the schools.
Yeah.
In the Catholic League.
Marion knocking off Mercy, their rival, to get there. And Divine Child outlasting FGR. Step back, VD 3 long. Trey with a big boy rebound. St. Mary's +6. Andrew Smith. Back to Trey, and we've got to travel.
If you're St. Mary's, no need to rush. And unforced errors. This is an opportunity where you swing the basketball enough and put it on the floor. The Falcons just can't hang. But mistakes like that, forced threes, not moving the ball, Divine Child could make it a game.
Blair
Divine Hanna
feeds
doing
it
a
off.
nice job on Gannon Blair so far.
Yes, sir. Gorsuch with it. Man-to-man St. Mary's defense. It's been a stingy defense. They forced Divine Child to 1 of 7 so far, make it 1 of 8. And here comes St. Mary's, who has yet to find their rhythm on offense. You want to get down there before they can set up this 2-3.
Exactly.
It's been a headache.
Yeah.
Smith from the corner for 3.
Oh.
Splash City. Andrew Smith, the sophomore. Eaglets have knocked down 4 triples in this game in 8 tries. And the long 2 there is down for Jackson Reynolds.
He's got all 5 of their points.
Yep.
Yeah,
Trey on the baseline, laying good.
Yeah, they got nothing. First step for Trey McKinney, who one of the best players in the state. Forget it. Yeah. There's nobody that's going to protect the rim for the Falcons.
14-5, St. Mary's with their largest lead now of 9. Ben Spahn with the basketball. Back to Vitti against Smith. Nice wall up. St. Mary's with a 4-on-1. Trey to the hole, laying good. And the Eaglets are up double digits for the first time this afternoon in Birmingham.
Yeah, they're able to just get out and run and push. It's just too much for Divine Child to handle. Trey McKinney can really play.
90 seconds left in the first quarter. Daniel Smythe will check in at the next whistle. Trey with a steal up to his freshman classmate Sherrod. Back to Rozier. 4-3, no. Solid box out by Blair, and here come the Falcons.
Again, if you are a Divine Child, this is not a pace you want, Chad. You want to slow this thing down, set some screens, find some open shooters. I don't know what that was.
A long three for Spahn. It's off the mark. Daniel Smythe will check in with 62 seconds left. Divine Child will check in Patrick Vallely as we get another look at that shot from downtown. And the St. Mary's defense has been tough. And hey, it's been all about the three in this game for Orchard Lake. 4 of their 6 baskets have been from deep.
Yep, and again, I think St. Mary's is going to win this game at the 2-point side. Forget about shooting threes against the zone. If you can get somebody flashing against the zone to the foul line, somebody like Trey McKinney or anybody, they're going to be in great shape because you're able to just be bigger, stronger, and get to the free throw line, to the rim, and put this team away. They are just very, very strong in that department.
It's been a fine year for Dearborn Divine Child out of the AA. They're Division I. Matt Horvath in his 5th year. And a couple of state titles, 77 and 73. You'll recall Quinn Blair, the 2018 graduate. He's in his senior year at William & Mary. Best wins this year, Notre Dame Prep, Country Day, amongst some of them. Some good losses, too, with Loyola and others. We're under a minute. St. Mary's by 11, Matt.
Good to see Bugsy in the game. Daniel Smythe wearing number 2.
And Jack Crichton, who has it. Back to Daniel. He'll tee up a 3 left wing. Back iron miss, no. Sherrod Barnes battling along with Reynolds. And the Falcons get it back here with half a minute left.
That's great hustle by Jackson Reynolds. You love to see that.
Jack Crichton did not start this ball game. He's missed a couple. And the future University of Michigan baseball scholarship commit working his way back into the lineup here today. Backdoor cut, Blair laying good, and that's what he can do. That's their best player, Gannon Blair.
Great movement without the ball. Again, the zone. As you see Patrick Valley into the game as well. Number 33, kind of manning that middle of the zone. Big guy, a junior.
5 seconds left. Crichton for 3 at the buzzer, short. Rebound picked up by Reynolds. Quickly ahead to Vitti.
Does it count?
Is the bucket good?
What do they say?
No, they're going to wave it off, and
no
that's
basket.
the right call. Yeah,
oh, man,
just a second too late.
Yep.
But a good surge by the Falcons to meet the Eaglets in midair and cut this thing back to single digits as we head to the second quarter here in Bloomfield Hills. Chad Bush and Matt Derry here on the Prep. Glad you're with us. We're coming back with second quarter action from Marion High School right after this.
Take 2, Mark?
I guess.
I go like this.
The best part about playing football in Texas has to be the reaction from the community.
I want to encourage others to play volleyball or choir because you get to experience new things and do stuff that you've never done before. My reason why is passion.
My reason why is pride.
Want to thank our friends at Blue Lion Fitness, Daniel Roth and a great fitness facility. Lion Fitness in Ann Arbor, elite training facility. It's where the pros go. Train where the pros go. Blue Lion Fitness, Michigan's elite training facility, the pride of Ann Arbor, and the home of Orchard Lake St. Mary's boys basketball team. DC Temple's back in there, and he sticks a 7-footer after he got a scolding from Todd Covert.
Yep.
And he took note and comes back in and does right.
Well, that's a problem. In the zone, you don't box out. It's just, you're in a spot.
Yeah.
And that time, second chance opportunities, that's going to be a killer if Divine Child can't get that initial rebound.
There's a steal for DC Temple, the future Central Michigan Chippewa at tight end or defensive end. Part of a starting 5 for St. Mary's that are all Division I prospects committed or otherwise. St. Mary's starting to slice in that zone as you asked for.
Yep.
And they get rewarded here, Matt.
If you're Javon Hanna, just a jump stop, get to the free throw line, find your teammates who are cutting and do some damage. That's where you're going to win this basketball game. Right? Nice little execution in the half court there. Instead of just passing it around and shooting threes, Chad, anybody can do that.
Yep. We've seen.
Use your size here, just like that.
Rip and drive from the corner from Javon. Hot knife through butter. And the Eaglets have built their largest lead of 13.
Javon started the game with the long hair, but put it up and put the ponytail in there.
It sounds bad on a basketball court, doesn't it? There's a 3 for Blair,
Oh,
and that's nothing
goodness.
but the bottom. That's Gannon Blair. This is part of a Blair family that has 5 kids at Divine Child. A rich family history and a lot of pride for the Falcons.
Well, Gannon Blair earlier in the year against Lance Cruz went for 33 and 18. He can really score it.
Say it again.
33 points, 18 rebounds. Those are Chad Bush numbers at his days at Orchard Lake St. Mary's.
Now, maybe in Nerf.
Maybe 33 and 18
basketball
total.
in one of the dorm rooms, but
Oh,
never on the court. There's a steal by Sherrod Barnes. He'll attack the other way. And fine hustle coming from Jackson Reynolds, who said no showtime here.
I love watching Jackson Reynolds play number 11. He's just everywhere on the floor, making 3-pointers, 2-pointers, been very, very active. And he's been fun to watch today so far.
Eaglets by 10.
But see, this is natural, Chad. You see a zone and you just kind of pass it around, screen. You've got to attack. There's no shot clock, so you don't have to hoist anything up. You can use time.
Trey McKinney for 3, no. Offensive rebound, DC Temple. Missed the bunny, and McKinney unable to regather. Gannon bopped it away.
Gannon Blair, again, that's the guy right here. Now on a switch against Rozier, going to take him. Nice move, great pass.
Yep.
Oh,
blocked
geez.
by DC. St. Mary's with a 3-on-2 up to Barnes, and he'll lay it in. The freshman with a bucket. He now has 5, and St. Mary's lead is back to a dozen. 3-ball no, and the Eaglets now want to run and get ahead of that zone. Javon to the rack, lay in, good. And
too easy. They just don't have the size or the strength to stay with some of these guys on St. Mary's, and the ability for St. Mary's with their point guard, Kareem Rozier, to look ahead and pass it and get out in transition is a nightmare for the guys in white.
The future point guard for Keith Dambrot at Duquesne. Duquesne
right.
in Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh's finest.
As a Cleveland native, was that a trip you liked to make?
Oh, man.
Gannon Blair with a gunner
Woo.
from way back.
This kid can really shoot it. Really shoot it. And a bump and a foul. And again, after makes, one key for St. Mary's is pushing that basketball. I love seeing Kareem Rozier, even after makes, try to beat the team down the floor. Smart play.
Blair's put up 40 points in a game this year. And he's quite something. Morgan, his sister, played at Hillsdale. Riley, his sister, played at Ferris. Quinn currently plays at William and Mary. And it's
family
quite
affair.
Yeah, no doubt. His sister later tonight will play in the championship game. Blair, she's their best player. Multiple Division I offers already, just a junior. What do we have here?
Timeout. I think Todd Covert wants to slow things down a little bit. His team's up 24-13. Cannon Blair telling the officials, hey, guys are grabbing me and throwing me to the ground. But regardless, full timeout here with St. Mary's up by 11.
Well, let's take a look at Orchard Lake St. Mary's and their team profile. They come in number 3 in the Prep top 11 here this afternoon. 11-4 overall, 4-4 in Central Division play. They finished 3rd in the Central and at one time held the number 1 spot in the state. They are a boys and girls school. They're now co-divisional, 625 in totality. Todd Covert, the head coach in his 7th season. The Eaglets have won 4 state titles in basketball, the most of any existing Catholic League Central Division school. They last won it in 2000 under their athletic director, George Porritt. And you might recall Allen Robinson, a 2011 grad. He's a 8th-year NFL football competitor for the Bears.
A-Rob for the Bears. The Bears better pay.
Well, he may not be for the Bears soon, right?
A-Rob's
is he in a contract year? I know you're locked on Lions, but
that's correct.
You get locked on Bears too, don't you?
He's not. He's going to be hitting that free agency market, and he's going to be making a lot of money. Allen Robinson, fantastic young man and a great football player.
The pride of the Eaglets. There's a near steal. Reynolds has been sticky tonight. There's a deep 3, and he drills it. Divine Child showing some range. They were cold to start, Matt, but they're heating up.
Jackson Reynolds has had a big, big afternoon so far. 8 points, knocked down a couple of threes. Good for him.
Half the Falcon points have come by way of number 11. Rozier throws it away. A little miscommunication with his Division I backcourt mate. Bart Kapuska, the pride of Krakow, Poland, will check in for St. Mary's. Of course, a lot of Polish heritage at St. Mary's. The 6'9" center coming over in the offseason.
Execute right now. Find the open man. He had to walk.
Kapuska forces him into a walk. That's a problem, his length, and he's not ashamed to step out and guard somebody man-to-man.
And there's been some games we've seen Todd Covert go to Bart early and need him. He's very reliable.
2-3 zone. St. Mary's surveys it. It's caused them problems today.
You've got to attack it if you're the guys in red. No reason to just be standing around on the perimeter like this. I know that that's what the zone does. But get it to the foul line.
That's. I was just going to say, we know what you need to do in the zone. I was going to ask you, what do you want to do in a zone?
You want to get the ball to Hannah at the free throw line.
High post, shot short. Kareem took it himself. He got in trouble. 3-on-3. Back the other way. Attack of the 10. Left hand lay in, no. And here comes St. Mary's with numbers.
Great play by Spahn. Just couldn't get it to drop.
Kareem to Kapuska in the corner for 3. Splash City.
Wow.
As Bart says, but Tommy in Birmingham.
Man, oh man, that's the second 3 of the day for Kapuska. Nice step in and a nice push of the basketball by Rozier. Those are just daggers too. Oh, come on.
Long 3. Blair's just messing around now. There's a push by Kapuska. The Krakow cross check, and that's gonna
the Krakow cross check. Oh man,
look at Bart gather himself. This is a 6'9" big that is skilled. I mean, somebody out there, go get him, right?
Towering over these kids from Divine Child. It's almost not fair.
Ball out of bounds, beautiful play. 3 ball, Splash City. Jackson Reynolds, get down.
That's 11. That's 3 threes for Reynolds. Keeps it at single digits. Give Divine Child credit. They're playing really, really hard. And how about Kareem Rozier just switching his pivot feet 40 feet from the goal.
Kareem yet to score in this game, and he's turned it over a couple times. Hasn't been his night yet, but we've seen Kareem before start slow, and when the game's on the line, he's had some big moments this year, but this has not been one of his better nights.
No, not so far.
Or days, rather.
Look at that, the bodying and defense. I told you, Sherrod Barnes, a freshman, is a fantastic defender. Length, great legs, but no reason to be tackling
Ben
Spahn like that.
Right. Spahn has not been the threat from outside that number 11, Mr.
Reynolds. Yep.
Reynolds, thank you, has been. Ball tapped out, reset for Divine Child. A big day for Divine Child. An even bigger night as their girls go for the gold and a Catholic League title tonight against Marion, the place where we sit right here, right now, Matt Derry.
It's kind of ironic, isn't it? It's been a Marion type of day.
Yep. Mary Cicerone, the head coach for Marion. Mary Loney, the head coach for Divine Child. Mary Laney. I said Loney. I'm sorry. Smith for three. No.
There's just no reason to be jacking up threes. There's just not. Attack the basket. I know they're in a zone, but Todd Covert's going to make some adjustments at halftime. You know he is, because this is way closer than it should be. This is a 6-point game.
Reynolds, short corner left, Rudder. That's a crafty shot. It's a 6-point game. And Reynolds has 13 points to lead all scorers.
You can hear the bench for Divine Child. They're having a blast. They're having fun. They've got nothing to lose.
Yep. Smith has it. Swat it out of there. Nick Gorsuch.
That might be his first career block.
Not much lift there at just 6 foot.
I love it. I love it. He got in there. Watch this. Smith went in. Gorsuch said no.
I should say not much length at 6'1", but he does have a little bit of bunnies in him.
Yep. Again, somebody flashed to the high post here against the zone.
45 seconds left until halftime. Barnes to Kapuska, and he traveled with it. Divine Child, give him credit, Matt. They're forcing an uncomfortable atmosphere.
They are. Give Matt Horvath credit. Going to the zone. Guys are spunky in that zone. St. Mary's just has to slow down. Yep. And again, flash somebody to the foul line, then get the pass. Then it's 3-on-2 to the rim. Oh, come on.
Reynolds for three. Get out of here.
That kid is hot. Go ahead, Jackson. Today's your day, buddy.
Man.
He's got 16.
Fourth triple of the game for Jackson Reynolds, and the lead's been cut in half with under 10 seconds to go.
If they get a stop going into the half, those kids are going to sprint in the locker room with excitement.
Andrew Smith, reverse layup good at the buzzer on a fresh feed from Kareem Rozier, but the body language not good for one team in red and white. And the other one's feeling good about themselves.
Yeah, Matt Horvath and his team they got some energy. It's a 29-24 halftime lead for St. Mary's, which is exactly what Divine Child wants. They want to be in this game toward the end, and St. Mary's going to walk in with their heads down. Talented team. I think we'll end up winning this game. Yeah. But right now here at the half, Chad, only 29 points against a very smallish Divine Child team.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 300,000 participants here in Michigan who take part in high school sports.
My dad and my grandfather are officials. I've grown up around officials and seeing how much they enjoy being part of the games. As a student athlete, I've always appreciated the people out there who are willing to give back to the kids. The Legacy program lets me officiate while I'm still in high school, working younger kids' games. Officiating gives me a better understanding of the game. I get to make some pretty good money for a high school kid, and I even get to spend some quality time with my dad. There's help wanted. Just whistle.
All right, this is Adam. Take two. Mark.
I guess.
I go like this.
The best part about playing football in Texas has to be the reaction from the community.
I want to encourage others to play volleyball or choir because you get to experience new things and do stuff that you've never done before. My reason why is passion.
My reason why is pride.
points. Let's get to the highlights in this one as we take a look at St. Mary's getting out to an early lead. And St. Mary's was able to get some things going with a 3-ball themselves. Bart Kapuska for 3. Kapuska. And St. Mary's was able to get the 3 going themselves. In fact, they scored 4 of their first 5 buckets from downtown. Trey McKinney with a triple. But live by the 3, die by the 3. Divine Child would come back. And how about this little step back? Nothing but bottom for this kid, Reynolds. He was fabulous in the first half. Sherrod Barnes always a headache. But you got to watch out because guess who? That's right, Mr. Reynolds, he's everywhere. Was being disruptive. But St. Mary's, when they were able to get out in front and ahead of that 2-3 zone, the Eaglets had success. But we're in store for a fun final 16 minutes in here. Chad Bush and Matt Derry back with you from Marion High School. This is game 3 in our final game here today. The winner will play in the semifinals at Eastern Michigan on Wednesday night. The winner of this game will take on the winner of UAD and Father Gabriel Richard. Matt Derry back with you. Matt, as we get set, Divine Child's cut this thing to 5. They had it as close as 3. We look forward to an exciting second half.
Yeah, we do, Chad. And you'd figure watching these two teams and just from the eye test, you say, wait a minute, bigger, stronger, state champion type in St. Mary's against, little to Dearborn Divine Child, just having to play zone to survive. And yet here's DDC down 5. That's it.
Yep. So we'll see who comes out of the second half with some fire. This is Gannon Blair on the far side with some size advantage against Rozier. Backs him down. Well defended by Kareem. Spahn back to Gorsuch.
What a job Mac Horvath has done today. Backdoor cutting. Guys in the lane. Look at this.
Blair gets it back and scores it. And Divine Child has cut this thing down to 3.
It's like Princeton against Georgetown. Back
Saxa
cuts. Hoya Saxa.
Oh, yeah. Now it's just a thing. There's a floater from Kareem from the short corner. The rainbow.
Kareem Rozier, just so athletic. Great ball fake on the baseline. Nothing St. Mary's could do about that.
Kick out to the corner, a little show and go, and that's dangerous. But a reset is in store.
Love what the Falcons are trying to do, which, is basically spread the court a little bit. They know they can't take them off the dribble. They're trying to just set things up, and they had a layup but missed it on the inbounds pass. Blair was wide open.
Crossover Spahn, kick out to the corner. This is Vitti against Crichton.
Nice move.
Up and under, and nearly the and one. But the Falcons crafty, and you know what? They're not scared.
No, senior Lorenzo Vitti, really nice play here. Watch this. Using that pivot foot, Jack Crichton, a very good defender, and Vitti kind of got him on that third up and over move.
Falcons saw enough in the first half that made them think that, hey, we can stick around against this team. Jack Crichton checks out. He started the second half, did start the game. Back in there, DC Temple. Here comes St. Mary's up by 5.
Got to make your free throws if you're the Falcons. Nothing's coming easy on the offensive end. And you get an opportunity at the line for some freebies. You got to take advantage of them.
Trey McKinney with 7 points to lead St. Mary's. 6 for Bart Kapuska. And we get a push-off on DC Temple. St. Mary's second foul of the second half.
I like the idea of Javon Hanna getting into the middle of the lane and getting into the foul line area.
Yep.
But why a fall away?
That's right.
Keep going. There was nobody in front of him. So settling for jumpers and kind of forcing some things. Wow.
Little blow by Spahn. Step back, no.
The bench was going crazy.
They're having fun, aren't they?
Ankles. Well, let's say, look, they got nothing to lose.
Nope. Dump down pass. Beautiful look from Javon to Trey McKinney. And Trey McKinney has 9 to lead St. Mary's.
Great option there for Hannah. Was off the bounce and a pass. I like that.
Yep. Jump shot good. Filling it up. That's Ben Spahn, the senior guard. Back to a 5-point game. Hannah to the hole. Lay in, no. Gets his own miss and sticks it back in and good.
That's the right idea right there. Drive it and hop on that offensive glass. That's something that Dearborn Divine Child just cannot hang with. Javon Hannah, of course, heading to Western Michigan. Look at him on the floor now. Great hustle.
Yep. Steal right back. Gorsuch gets it. 5-on-3. 3-ball from who else? Mr. Reynolds with a ringer. Divine Child's cut it to 4 as Rozier looks for the twirl and swirl.
It's amazing what Jackson Reynolds has done today. 19 points, 7 of 9 from the field. And that's how they can hang with St. Mary's is knocking down 3-point shots.
Yeah.
St. Mary's wants a Mac Horvath wants a 30-second timeout. That's what you have to do, Chad. If you're Mac and he's doing a great job with the Falcons, is utilize your timeouts. Don't let anything get out of control here. Slow down the pace. And they're only down 4.
We want to thank our friends at Blue Lion Fitness. Contact them today, 734-929-5268. Find them on Instagram, Blue Lion Fitness, BlueLionFitness.com, or info@BlueLionFitness.com. Find them on 401 South Maple in Ann Arbor. This is where the pros train, and it's the home of Orchard Lake St. Mary's boys basketball team. Train where the pros train. Blue Lion Fitness, Michigan's elite training facility, and the pride of Ann Arbor.
It's the first time we've done a St. Mary's game where Jamie hasn't been here. She better be watching. She better be watching.
Oh, I think Jam Jan's watching. She's in Chicago watching one Will Smythe. Javon Hannah for 3, no. Trey McKinney stick back, counted and a foul.
Well, the one thing about settling for threes is that because Divine Child is in that zone, they're not going to be able to rebound out of it at all times. And that time, Trey McKinney able to sneak inside. You see the hoop in the harm. Just too big, too strong, and I love that he finished with the left hand there.
The freshman man-child, Trey McKinney, who has offers from Texas, Michigan, amongst other high majors. But just a 15-year-old freshman and already making a big splash at St. Mary's. He has a dozen in this game, and St. Mary's lead is back to a touchdown here in Marion. Gannon Blair being checked by Javon Hannah. It's a couple Division I kids right there.
Look at this defense.
Yep. Sherrod Barnes is in the shorts of Reynolds. We talked about that earlier.
Yep.
Spahn dumped down.
Big fella.
The big fella, Valelli, couldn't finish. Throw ahead to Spahn, and this looks like something off of Ford Road in Dearborn in the neighborhoods.
Oh man, a little sloppy with the basketball. Kind of have to settle that down a bit.
By the way, I love the neighborhood that Divine Child is in Dearborn. It's just such a cool feel.
Yep.
You think back to, I know this is a little bit of an exaggeration, but like, Wrigleyville in Chicago.
Yeah,
it's that neighborhood feel of.
Yeah, totally.
And that's fun. I like that a lot.
Valali with a little shove there at Trey McKinney.
His shoves feel a little different.
Look at him. He's trying to, he's bellying up. Look at this. I mean, Valali, he's got to come out of the game.
Yep.
You can't tackle somebody. I watched the entire thing, and Mac Horvath is like, sit down. He literally just tackled Trey McKinney.
I saw it too, yeah. That's a lot of beef, too.
You like that he's going to give 5 fouls and try to be physical against the big, bad, tough Eaglets, but you can't tackle people.
Right. We've seen opponents try to get under the youngster Trey McKinney's skin all year.
Yep.
It hasn't worked often. One of his assets that he has is his composure.
Yeah, well, good piece of officiating there, too.
Yeah, and by Mac Horvath to get him out of there.
Get him out of there. Yep.
10-footer by Trey is fresh. Eaglets have built this lead back to 9 And we're just under 4 minutes to go in the third.
Trey's going to have his suitors, isn't he?
Yeah.
The colleges are going to come calling and already starting to. And that time flashing in the post again with the foul line and knocking it down.
St. Mary's has made a real nice adjustment offensively against that zone, flashing in the high post, as you said. There's a ball loose. Rozier on the run. He's looking for his second bucket of the game. Kareem with a couple of assists.
What a terrific young man, Kareem Rozier. Great no-look inside.
How
DC
about that?
catching.
What a dime piece to DC. St. Mary's plus 11. And they're starting to push the limits here with the Falcons, who've flown in from Dearborn.
And again, everything that they were doing at the start of this game was just perimeter passing. Now they're looking inside. This nice adjustment made by Coach Covert at the half.
Yes, sir. Reynolds trying to stay hot. Rozier trying to not give him any space. Spahn for 3, no. Trey with a rebound and run out. Back to Kareem. To Javon. Dead spot right for 3, no. 4-point play was almost available. Got hit on the head.
Wow. Are they calling that three shots?
Yeah. Got hit on the head, they say.
Oh, okay. Vidi was like, I never touched him.
Got hit on the head.
When this kid wants to be, he's the best player on the court, Javon Hanna. I like when he's sharing the ball and doing the little things. Some games we've seen him, Chad, it's I'm going to get it and I'm putting it up, and he can't score. But, man, when he's defending like he has today on Blair and when he's sharing it, he's excellent.
Very explosive, a lot of burst. Guy runs like a thoroughbred, very refined skill set. 3-point shooter. And if that three-pointer's on, his game's really hard to defend.
Look out, for sure. Well, St. Mary's has it up to 13. They, of course, led at the half by just 5 and scored just 16 first quarter points, but they've kind of poured it on lately here.
Javon also one of the spiritual leaders on this team. Gets the free throw to go. St. Mary's by 2 touchdowns in Birmingham. This is their largest lead.
Well, if you're a Divine Child right now, try to get Blair a touch. He's been quiet today. Gannon Blair, the senior. 22 in white, but they've identified him nicely today.
Yes, they have.
Now Jack Crichton's on him. Well, there it is.
Blair for 3, no. It's been very quiet in the second half. Crichton on the leak out. Nice find down low to DC, who traveled with it.
Yep. Good idea there from Kareem Rozier. Unfortunately, DeCorian Temple changed his pivot feet under the basket. It's one of those where catch it, go right up, and you'd be able to get the hoop.
Blair topside. Divine Child needs instant points. Blair's the guy to get him. Missed there. Throw ahead to Trey. Tough play. Out of bounds. Back to DC.
Great play by Gannon Blair there. Knocking the ball off of McKinney. Hustle play. Again, too much St. Mary's. They're just so talented and so much bigger than Divine Child. But if the Falcons are going to try to get back in this thing, it's going to have to be from behind the three-point line. They can't drive the basketball on this team.
St. Mary's out rebounding Divine Child 25-13 and also outscoring them in the paint 22-4. But the 3 ball's down. And here comes Divine Child. They're back within 11.
Nick Gorsuch able to hit it. You're within 11. And again, this pace of slow, this is what Divine Child wants.
The answer and the 3 from Javon. We talked about the 3-point shooting. And he gets that answer back, and that one hurts a little bit for the Falcons.
Yeah, Javon Hannis, explosive, but that time stepping into a 3. An uncontested 3. Mac Horvath won't be happy about that. You could be smaller than the other team, Chad, but you got to at least put a hand up and make an effort defensively.
That's right. Substitutions. The Eaglets will check in Daniel Smythe along with Andrew Smith, the Smith and Smythe sophomores. Hannah will check out along with Trey McKinney and DC Temple.
I'd like to see a drive and kick here. Kareem's going to use some clock. And maybe get Daniel a three-point shot from the right corner.
The winner gets U of D, most likely. U of D will take on Father Gabriel Richard.
He's just dribbling. Isn't this weird?
Yeah, remember when we were at North Farmington High School? Matt, I don't think you were there. Willie Mena was. And they had the shot clock. And for moments like this, you were thankful.
Yeah.
Daniel Smythe, right sideline, 4-3, Splash City. Bugsy for 3, and a dagger to end the third as the Eaglets bump that lead to their largest of the afternoon, 17 points.
Love Todd Covert calling that play for Daniel. Put him in the game, put him in the corner. Kareem driving and kicking to him. He was looking for him the whole way. And just like his big brother last year, Will Smythe, Daniel delivering. It's a 51-34 St. Mary's lead. We'll come back for the fourth.
Welcome back. Orchard Lake St. Mary's has built their largest lead of 19. Daniel Smythe has it on the right point. Crichton in the corner, cross court to Andrew Smith. Rainbow 3 short, and the rip down rebound by Spahn.
Well, so far it's been a terrific second half for St. Mary's after leading by 5 at the half, and that's it. They've changed their philosophy, more drive and kick, more attacking the rim. This game went from 5 to 17. And give Todd Covert and his staff credit, Marcus, Len, the whole crew, just making some adjustments, some important adjustments. And of course, Coach Crichton as well.
Yeah.
Let's attack this zone. We're bigger and stronger than them. Let's make them guard us.
Yeah. And St. Mary's has cut down on their turnovers. 7 turnovers at halftime, and I don't have any turnovers for them in the second. So you're right. Adjusting to that zone was big.
Yep.
Ball out of bounds, play knocked back.
Our audio man, Fish, man, he's artistic with his popcorn bag, isn't he?
Yeah, artistic's one way to put it, but he's teasing me with that popcorn. It smelled really good out there. Marion's got a nice popcorn. Oh. Yeah, I'll try some, sure.
Yeah, eating on the air, there we go.
Yeah, why not? That's always good for.
I just could hear this noise. He's very artistic, and my wife does the same thing with potato chip bags. She's like, let's tear it so it's easier access.
Well, they're efficiency experts, both of them.
Right.
There's a steal by Crichton. Leaking ahead is Rozier, 3-on-3. Kareem to the rack, swatted out of there by Nick Gorsuch.
That's his second block of the day. He's done a nice job defensively today. But again, Divine Child just is they're limited to what they can do on the offensive end. They have to shoot threes in order to win because they just can't take the ball inside.
Kareem for 3, no. Kapuska with the rebound. Good ball movement here. Look at this pass. Andrew Smith, right side 3, no. But how about the ball movement on that set, Matt?
I love it. And the extra pass. And you know what? The older kids and the guys like Kareem are looking for the young guys, Smith and Smythe, trying to get them in the scorebook. Unselfish.
Kapuska with a steal coast to coast. Oh. And the Polish Pistols fouled going up. Sportsmanship by Blair to lift them. And the young
look,
man will go.
There are rivalries in this league. There's some teams that don't get along, don't like each other, all that. But one thing about the Catholic League that I love, before every game, the Lord's Prayer, talking about sportsmanship, and you see it there with Gannon Blair. He just didn't want Kapuska to hammer the dunk on him, and then helped him up.
Probably also didn't want him leaning on him the rest of the game. The guy's 6'9" and a cement block.
That is true, too.
Bart rims off. Blair is no meek source. He stands a sturdy 6'6". Free throw's good for Bart, who has 7. St. Mary's lead is 18. It has not always been easy, though.
No.
And it's because of this man, Mr. Reynolds. 3-ball no good. Rebound by Smythe. And a foul on the floor that's going to go on Smith.
Wow. Smith and Vitti kind of wrestling a little bit. Let's see the replay here after the missed shot. All right, block out.
Oh.
I thought Vitti shoved him away.
Foul should have been on Vitti.
Yeah, I think they called Smith for maybe grabbing his shirt as he was blocking him out. And now we got a hold on the inbounds. That's about the second or third time tonight Mac Horvath, their head coach, has diagrammed a nice little duck in for Blair on a baseline out of bounds. And it's caught St. Mary's napping a little bit.
Yep, hold by Bart Kapuska. There's a steal by Jack Crichton. And here comes St. Mary's. Bugsy Smith with a run-out lay-in good. Give him 5 points and give St. Mary's their largest lead of 20 with 6:15 to go.
Why didn't Daniel dunk that?
He's close.
Oh, man.
Rozier, nice
pass.
Look down low to Kapuska with a reverse. Counted and a foul for Bart.
Might be time to get Kareem out of there and save his legs for Wednesday. What a jump pass, though. And Bart Kapuska with some athleticism on the baseline, using the rim as a shield, a little reverser. And St. Mary's is running away, Chad.
An impressive second group here today. We'll take a timeout. We're coming back in a moment for the final 6 minutes and 5 seconds of the finale here at Marion. Quarterfinals of the boys continues. Back in a moment. This is the Prep. Back to Marion High School. As you see the Daniel Smythe scoop and score. Bart Kapuska with the free throws. And he now has 10, Matt, and is one of 3 eaglets in double figures.
Yep, St. Mary's made those adjustments here in the second half. Doing a much better job of taking the ball to the rim. Their athleticism, their talent just started to take over. And too much for Dearborn Divine Child. He's played a heck of a game, and their effort's been there, but just not enough.
Divine Child is Division I. As we get a look at the collisions on the floor.
What a job our crew's done here today, huh, Chad?
What a great crew.
3 games in a few hours, and then you're heading downtown tonight.
I never thought we could do it without Alex, but now that we know, I'll tell you what, maybe that guy isn't so good after all.
Has he been Wally pipped?
No chance. One of the founding fathers. We could never 86 him.
Trey McKinney with a hoop there.
McKinney with a bucket. Vitti with a bucket the other way. The tri-lighter. We do want to say hello to Alex and Evan Westfall and the Westfall family.
Jam Jan, I just texted her. She's watching.
Hello to Jam Jan and Pat the Stat as well. Smythe topside back to Rozier for 3. No. Trey with a cleanup, man. And St. Mary's has reached 60 points. And the lead has grown to 24.
We talked a little bit about that early. If they can get to 60, they're going to be in good shape. And right now they are playing well. And you heard Todd Covert kind of say no fouls. You know, if you're going to give up a VD fadeaway from 15, then that's fine.
VD does everything for him. Kid that plays out of position and does a lot of things. I mean, they've got some pieces, Matt, to make a run here, Divine Child does.
They do, but they're just a little bit small. And against a big and strong St. Mary's team, it's a bit of a mismatch. You see Mac Horvath has done a nice job in year 5.
Former Cabrini Monarch.
That's
and moved over there after the closing, I believe, of Aquinas. He started at Aquinas.
Mac's good man.
Yep.
Does mortgage lending work, mitten lending.
That's right. Hey, it's going to cost him $20.
Good family man.
Don't keep going now. Start writing him a check.
Known Mac a long time. He's a good dude.
No, he is good people. Good Catholic League people. Blair's foul was before the shot. 22-point St. Mary's lead. It's been as big as 24, but this was a 3-point game, Matt Derry.
Yeah.
Back in the opening minutes of the third quarter.
It was, and it was one of those things where you're like, what's going on here? Why is St. Mary's kind of messing around? Well, Divine Child took the air out of the ball.
Yeah.
Playing zone, and, knocked down a few threes, but here in the second half, OLSM said enough of this. Let's get out and run. Let's push. Let's use our athleticism. And they've been in great shape ever since.
This is Gannon Blair, who now has 12 points. And this is a good-looking player.
Oh, yeah. Trey McKinney's still out there. 18 for him to lead St. Mary's today.
Jack on the attack, throws it away, looking for Bugsy. Nice steal. Blair ahead. And Spahn resets. Don't forget, after this one, we're not done. We've got game number 4 of 5 on the day. VD from downtown Birmingham. And here comes Javon.
Oh, yeah.
No look, down low to DC. On a fresh feed, and this contagiousness of sharing the ball, Matt, continues.
I like it. It's good basketball. You know, you want to have that kind of momentum going into the next game, which could be Wednesday night, or will be Wednesday night, but could be against U of D, the winners of the Catholic League Central Division. And anybody could have won this thing. St. Mary's could have won it. Brother Rice could have won it. Certainly U of D. We saw today Catholic Central. 2 wins in conference. As you see Todd Covert, 2 wins in conference, get an upset win today. So what a stacked league, and how much fun was this all winter, Chad, for you to call.
It sure was. UAD will be trying to beat St. Mary's for the 3rd straight time this year. UAD swept St. Mary's in the regular season. And, of course, you recall the game winner they hit at Orchard Lake on that Xavier Banks shot. A couple of really good games. I believe UAD won by 4 or 5 in Detroit, and then they won by 1 or 2 in Orchard Lake. It's going to be a fun 3rd matchup to look ahead at on Wednesday night.
At the famed and fabled Dombrowski Fieldhouse, where your name sits on the wall.
Oh, please.
Okay, no, not oh, please. It's facts, my friend.
Bugsy down the boulevard, down low to Barnes, somehow tapped back out to DC, and a reset with 3:20 left.
I'm working on talking to some St. Mary's folks about a Chad Bush appreciation night. You're laughing, but I'm working on it. I've got some pull at St. Mary's. You know that.
Oh my gosh!
It's going to happen.
You're off your rocker. You're delirious. You've been here too long.
I'm emceeing.
What did you do at halftime? You're funny.
That's awesome.
Oh, pass was low. Smythe couldn't handle it. It was a nice thought.
Everyone's going to be like, isn't that the guy that used to teach at U of D High? What's he doing here? The Eaglet people have been nice to me, so they welcomed me with open arms.
Everybody's a brotherhood here.
I love for sure.
Smythe with a foul on the perimeter against Reynolds. Reynolds has been the story for DC tonight. 19 points. He's knocked home 7 of 10 from the floor, including 5 of 7 from deep town. Jackson Reynolds, certainly the player of the game for the Falcons.
Yep.
But there's been others who have made a splash, and Matt Horvath's team's been well represented tonight by the AA and the CHL.
They have. They played hard, and they came out in this zone, and they were kind of executing to start this game. And this young man, the junior Jackson Reynolds, was just hitting from all parts of the floor and And they had a great spunk in their step heading into the half, down just 5. But in the second half, they just got worn down.
Yeah. The 3 balls were also covered up a bit better by St. Mary's in the second half, I think, a little bit.
No question about it.
St. Mary's has checked in one of their sophomores, Mason Wisniewski. Mason Wisniewski, who stands 6'6", who wears number 20. Hannah on the left point. Daniel turns it over, picked off by Spahn, and he'll get fouled before the shot.
Well, we've had some entertaining games today, Chad. Great to be here for 3 of the 4 here. And boy, the Rice CC game was just epic. That was an unbelievable finish with the win for the Shamrocks.
Game of the day, no doubt, and worth being here for.
Oh, no question.
We've seen all the talent on display, though.
Right.
Despite some of the lopsided scoring, to see this talent come together.
But even De La Salle had their hands full with Dennis Morey's Loyola team early. But the amount of talent, you're right, on the floor in this league right now, and you've been around it for 20, 25 years.
Yeah.
This is as good as it's been.
Ever.
Right?
Since it opened in 1926, this wonderful league, which is now led by Vic Michaels. We want to thank Vic Michaels and Mike Evoy for their hard work in putting this tournament together, making us a part of it. Also want to thank Mike Watson, the fine athletic director at Marion High School. Daniel Smythe between the rings. Back out to Wisniewski, and Wisniewski's going to turn this thing over. It's picked off, and a layup is good.
One of the JV guys, Joe Krawczyk, sounds like is into the game and got himself a basket. That's cool.
Way to go, Joe. Something he won't soon forget. Jackson Wazalewski's in. He's 3 ball no good. Tommy Boss is also in.
Oh, touchdown Tommy Boss.
Back to Daniel Smythe for 3. Bang! Bugsy with a career-high 8, and St. Mary's has a 20-point lead. Right corner 3, answer good. That's Stephen Balish with a triple.
Awesome to see some of these kids get in and get in the scorebook.
Pretty neat.
Balish hitting the shot, Krawczyk before that.
Love it.
They all been practicing the zone, you know that. Todd Covert just wants to do a quick sub. Going to take Daniel out of the game.
Smythe with 8 points in this contest. A couple of threes on 4 tries. And he was sniffing double digits. Tommy Boss, who's a captain on the football team and has been Mr. St. Mary's, 3 sports star, won a national title on the baseball team last year. Back to Jackson Wazalewski. To Wisniewski, cross court, back to Jackson. Corner, Tommy Boss, lefty 3, no.
He got fouled.
But he's fouled into Marcus Webster, and it's 3 shots coming for the Southpaw. Touchdown, Tommy Boss.
Aiden Hanks also into the game, number 12. But watch Tommy get smashed. That's nothing for him.
He's used to doing the smashing.
We watched him under George Porritt on those fullback dives.
Oh, yeah. Tommy plays that fullback spot. Played some nose guard, played some linebacker. This is one of St. Mary's finest, Tommy Boss. And he gets a freebie here. Father Gabriel Richard out of Ann Arbor and University of Detroit Jesuit will play next.
Yes.
We will not have coverage of that game, but you can check this Cubs Sports Network.
Yep, CubSportscast.com. Student broadcast.
2 points for Tommy Boss. Giller is also in. That's Victor Giller, the junior center for St. Mary's. And with the basketball right now, and a foul from the back. And that is Joe Krawczyk. Krawczyk's going to go line left and try to add to his 2-point tally.
These are games you'll never forget as a kid. It's like, hey, I played in the Catholic League tournament, the year that it was maybe the most balanced and the best it's ever been.
Do you remember this
I knocked
one?
down a 3. I hit a couple free throws. Good for this kid.
Do you remember your first triple against St. Ignatius?
You're out of your mind.
No,
it was 4 years of high school tennis, my friend.
Ah, okay.
So,
okay. Very cool. Were you single or doubles?
Doubles, all 4 years.
Okay. Right on. Right on. Did you end
Second
up playing
team
at Syracuse?
all-league sophomore year, and then that was it.
Yeah.
The funny thing was about Orange High School tennis was we won the league like 8 years in a row, and then when I was there for my 4 years, we only won it once.
I love it. Jackson Wazalewski for 3. No. As time winds down, like Matt Derry's sophomore tennis season.
No, that was the one good year.
Hey, man,
funny.
It was a lot of fun.
What a day of college, of CHSL basketball, my friend.
A lot of future college players here. It felt like college ball at moments. A fun afternoon that is about to come to an end here shortly. This is our final game here at Marion. I want to thank Marion High School once again, Mike Watson, for being a wonderful host. We want to thank the Catholic League. We want to thank the Catholic League's Vic Michaels and Mike Evoy. And I want to say thanks to our wonderful crew for a wonderful show they put on for you here at the Prep. I want to thank Robert Sherby, your executive producer, Adam Fuller on Instant Replay, Daniel Cole on graphics, Fish on audio, Rob Sarna on camera, Eli Wiles on the camera, and also Kyle Buchanan on camera. I want to thank our creative director, James Ferris, Willie Mena, our statistician, Julia Pisano on photography, and for my partner, Matt Derry, my name's Chad Bush. Matt, your final thoughts on this St. Mary's win over Divine Child?
Final thoughts were a great day of basketball, obviously starting with De La Salle over Loyola, 68-44. So they moved on, and they're going to play Catholic Central, who, of course, knocked off Brother Rice in a big way, 66-64. And then in this final game, the 71-53 victory for Orchard Lake St. Mary's. Lots of fun today. Great basketball being played. And give credit to St. Mary's. Second half adjustments, Chad. They're the better team, but it's about doing it. And that's exactly what they did. Attacking the rim and getting it done. And, of course, a big day for Trey McKinney as well with the 18 points.
St. Mary's moves on to take on, most likely, University of Detroit. That'll be a 7 o'clock game at Eastern Michigan on Wednesday night. And the Prep will have coverage starting with the first game at 5:30, as that will be Catholic Central, who upset Brother Rice, against De La Salle, who knocked off Loyola. And the winner will play on the 26th. That's a Saturday, and 1 week from today. Some great basketball this afternoon. More to be had tonight. The girls, that's our next duty. We're headed down to Detroit, to Wayne State Fieldhouse, where we will see a couple of great games. And St. Catherine's of Siena will take on Bishop Foley in the first game. That's at 5:30, followed by at 7 o'clock. Marion against Divine Child. Partner, it's been a great time. Thanks so much.
Great to see you, buddy. Thanks for thanks for all of this, and have a great call tonight and on Wednesday for some great Catholic League basketball.
Looking forward to that. Thanks for watching here on the Prep. My partner, Matt Derry, my name's Chad Bush, saying so long from Marion. Catch us next at 5:30 in Detroit as Bishop Foley takes on St. Catherine's. So long, everybody.